What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Griffin Outdoors channel. My name is Ty, as always, and today we are going to be doing some scouting for hogs on public land at Watermelon Pond, where we had the we were at Watermelon Pond, where I had the video that's doing actually really good, the 16 deer one or whatever, and the archery, the full day sit. I'll put a link to that one up here if you want to watch it. But that was for deer. We're going for pigs during the small game season. It's not going to be archery, it's going to be with shotguns. So that's sort of the deal with that. And so yeah, we are allowed to use shotguns, obviously, at small game. You're not going to be shooting bows at squirrels or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just going to use using some buckshot for some hog hunting. If you remember, I actually did this hunt once last year, but it was the December one, not the November. There's two seasons. I'll probably just do this one for watermelon at least. But I'll put a link to that video if you want to see up here. It's not very good because I didn't have a GoPro on the gun or anything, so I didn't really film the shot. But if you want to check it out, see what we'll basically be doing, the link will be up here. So anyway, I'm going to get my stuff, and we are going to get going. So yeah, I will see you when we pull up to the pond. Nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to walk down here, down this trail, like we've done in the past. I don't know if I actually uploaded. I just did a bunch of hiking around here once. I don't think that video ever got uploaded, though. But we walked this trail out here. See, this is a very popular horse and hiking trail, but this is what I've always used to access it. We're over by the campground, not like directly on top of it, but we're over by the Watermelon Pond camping area, and we just take this trail out. Alright, but anyway, I have some spots. Here, I'll try and shake it as less as possible. But I try and not shake the camera. Why is the camera shaking so much? Anyway, we have I have a bunch of spots, all really in the same sort of strip. But I do have quite a few spots, which I'm marked on my Google Maps to check out. But there's tons of activity in here, just like literally every other Florida public land. So I don't think we'll really have a hard time finding some stuff. But anyway, all right, let's go. Really quickly, now that you can see it really good, this is the main pond area. If you remember from the archery videos I did here, it's the same management area, but that was in like one of the auxiliary properties, like like adjacent. A lot of wildlife management areas in Florida have those, but as you see in the main part by the pond, it is like almost like a prairie. Like, it's really beautiful. I've been hiking out here on numerous occasions. So, yeah, it's really cool. And you can also fish in the pond, too. But there's not really a ton of luck. It's gotten really shallow, so, and there's tons of weeds, so it's a bit hard to fish it, but whatever. But anyway, we're hunting now, so you see big prairie, but I'm going to keep walking so till we get to where my spot is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, see, we're walking through some big stuff, but the trail's right over there, but I wanted to show you this. As you can see, there's a lot of these. See, this game trail is really clear as day right through here. But these are mostly used by pigs. I assume deer use them too. But these are mostly used by pigs because and a lot of times they'll be, where this grass is growing, this tall grass, they'll be rooting because it's low and there's usually water. Not so much the case in this one. This one's a little higher. There appears to be a lot of different stuff. I'm sure we'll find tracks, no problem up here, but here's a trail. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're not to our spot. But I did want to show you this. See, this is what I was talking about. See, you can't really tell, but I can see it. There's hog rooting. You can sort of, right along that edge, that brown spot's all tore up. See, that's what I'm sort of talking about. See, they'll use these tall grass, these trails will be into that. See, but that's that water right there. But yeah, that's sort of what I was referring to, and I did want to show you that. But look at this, it's just wide open. See, all the way back there, it's wide open past those bushes. Alright. I'm walking for a little bit since I last filmed, probably about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so, but anyway, this is sort of our turn off right into here of this trail, and as you see, we're going into this little thicker canopy looking thing. Here we go, here's some tracks. That looks like deer. So a good way that I found to differentiate between the pig tracks and deer tracks, especially when it's like really vague, like this really sandy stuff, is that usually you can't even really use the pig tracks are smaller because there's some massive pigs, but in Florida. But anyway, this is probably a pig track though. Look at this, see, because of how small that is. Deer tracks aren't usually that small, but a lot of the times, especially on the bigger pigs, their toes will spread out from the back. Now, on deer, when their toes are spread out, you make like two straight lines like this, or I guess sort of like this, and pig tracks, I guess, sort of like that. So deer are usually like more straight. The pigs will spread out like that. So that's what I was trying to say. But anyway, we're gonna get back into this little thick oak canopy here. So what I'm thinking is all these with all the acorns that I've dropped, pigs may be in these little oak hammocks, you know, looking at getting all these acorns and rooting up rooting up the acorns that have been buried. So we're gonna walk back in here. This is about the loudest freaking leaves in the world. Let's get out of this. But anyway, oh my gosh. Look at how loud these are. There's like layers and leaves. Alright, so I'm gonna be quiet. Now I'm gonna get over to where my actual spot is. Oh, never mind here. We already got some sign. I can see there's that moss. I can't tell if that's rooting or a bunch of moss. Oh, let me see. Oh, that's moss on the ground over there. See, I thought that was like torn up dirt, but it's just moss. Alright, I'm gonna be looking, and I'll come back to you when I get to my spot. Alright guys, so as you see, there is the moss. The spot isn't actually that little clearing right there, so we're right next to it. But they see these little ridges. This looks like it's could be some. This looks like it's really old rooting. But there's pig activity here back then. There's probably gonna be here some now. But see, this little clearing is right here. So I was gonna go out of this clearing. It'll get me out of this leaf minefield right here. But anyway, if we can get up here, just try and get some stuff over here. Here we go. Look at all this moss too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, look at all this moss. Anyway, so we're here, right? This is sort of what I was thinking. This actually looks pretty cool. This is actually a really cool looking spot as far as like aesthetics wise. Look at this. But anyway, I was seeing, definitely got some deer tracks right there. Definitely some deer tracks. Let's go in here. There's pig. Yeah, you can see he's got the spread out and it's really small. So that's definitely a pig track. When there's one pig, 99% of the time there's more. At least 3. Maybe up to 50 probably. But anyway, so if we're looking around here, got some good sign. Looks like they're just tearing right through here, coming out maybe into those oaks. All right, so now I sort of like this, but I'm gonna walk around a little more, try and find some good areas maybe for a setup. But first, I want to find sign. All right, as you see, I'm seeing a bunch of tracks, but now we're into this little pine field. That sort of spot we came out and was right back there. But so as you see, it's sloping down. So I bet there's gonna be rooting up here. Walk over there and check it out real quick. But there's tracks everywhere in here, so they're definitely hauling through here. So this would be a good spot, regardless if we're just like trying to catch them going back or going back to bed or going to eat or something like that, you know. All right, but I'm gonna slip in here. I'm not gonna cut the camera. I'll just walk it. This probably will be a long video, but oh well. So we're back in here. It sort of slopes lower here. You can see, look at this trail. You can see them all kicking up the pine leaves. And there's a couple tracks in some spots. But anyway, let's see. Nothing really as far as rooting in here. But this would be a cool spot. This actually would be a great spot for turkey. They don't have a turkey hunt in here, but look, can you imagine this for turkey season? But anyway, so we're just gonna cruise here. I'm gonna sort of try and follow some of these trails. I'll come back to you if I can find some sign. Here we go, we're right in this. Okay, you can see this is all old torn up. So I'm banking this is all old, but there's probably gonna be some new stuff in here. Like this is newer than the other stuff, probably from a while ago, but like a month old or a couple months old because of all the leaves on it. But the other stuff is way older. It looks like there might be some stuff over there. Hold on, let's check here. Now the good part about these leaves is if you can slip in here. Yeah, look at this. All this was old, rooted up a while ago. But if you can slip in here and find a path where you can slip in a little bit undetected, then the pigs really don't care about noise. So if you can find a spot where you can slip in relatively quietly, then you can set up, and the pigs, you're gonna hear these pigs coming from a mile away, having time to get ready, make an adjustment and where you're aiming and like where you're facing and everything if needed. But no, yeah, this has all been rooted a while ago. Like, you can look at all this. And I'd like to find some newer stuff, though. Because the old stuff doesn't really do you any good if they've already came through, you know? But this is rooted, but it's old, you know? You see all the roots and everything sticking up? But look at that, that's all rooted for sure. But if I I can find some fresher stuff, I'll come back when I can find some fresher stuff. Alright, so here's something. Something had lunch here. Looks pretty old. We got right in this sinkhole looking thing. There's a ton of bones. I can't really tell what they are, but I don't really want to get too close to them. You know, if that's something's where something's eating. Yeah, but those look pretty old, but still, I'm not really stupid. Like, I feel like that's pretty stupid. Sorry for the cut, but yeah, that's not really something I want to do, is going in there. We see we've gotten into some pretty thicker, some way thicker stuff. Oh, here we go. It's sort of breaking out now into a more open right here. See if we got any rooting activity. But you can see, look at this. This trail is stomped down into these leaves, so there's definitely pigs using this. You can tell by how stomped down and how wide it is. It's a pig trail. So let's see if there's anything in here. This looks like a pretty good spot. I think I see some stuff off to my right, so I'm going to check that out and get back. Alright, as you see, there wasn't much rooting here. But as you see, this is really got a lot of pig sign coming straight through here. So I bet they're sort of using this little path. I sort of saw this on a map, this thing, and there's another one right here. Check this out. But you can see all of these are all pig tracks. I can tell. See, there's one right there. That's a pig track. And there's a lot of these are blurred where you can't tell by itself it's a pig track, but with all the other pig tracks in the area, it's safe to assume those are a bunch of pig tracks. But as you see, you got that water right over there, and I guarantee you there's some territory they're rooting. So this looks like it's a big travel path, almost. You can see right, that's a deer, but that's a deer track. But as you can see, I'm sure there's more. I was seeing them back there, of course, when I start filming. Yeah, there's a pig track. There's a bunch of deer tracks in here too, but they're using this as sort of a walkway. But anyway, so we're gonna come in here, and they might be rooting on both sides of this, honestly. But I feel like this might be a good spot to maybe even like cut them off. Oh, let's go over here. This looks good. Hold on, let's go over here. I'm gonna cut until I get over here because I think I see the Holy Land. I think I sort of found what's up. As you can see, look at this trail. This is a pig trail. There's pig tracks on it back there, and there's a little dirt patch. I'm gonna try not to get bit by a snake for the second time this year, but I think we're good. Just sort of truck it through here. But as you can see, look at this. Like, this is freshly used too. You can tell by the color of the grass. If the grass is dead, or is like pushed down really bad, and it's a little dead. But look at this. Here we go. This is rooting. This fresh rooting too. You can tell all of this. Now this is snake country. I really don't want to be in here, but this is where they're rooting. This is a big rooting spot, and this is fresh. Tell by all the mud's freshly kicked up that this is a spot where they're definitely rooting in here. Look at that, you can tell the plants right there. So I'm gonna head on out of here, get on out of this spot, and I think we're gonna be almost in a good setup. Over there might be better though. Now let's go check out this over here. I'm gonna try and walk around the perimeter here. Hopefully I don't get bit by a freaking snake. That's always good. But look, they're even rooting way out here. Like, this is a really good honey hole, it seems. Yeah, way up here there's even rooting. Yeah, so I think this is going to be the ticket. As you can see, they're coming in from all kind of directions. So let's see, yeah, this is good. This is exactly what we're looking for. Do I not have a trail? Because I really don't want to just be walking through all that thick grass. That's how you get yourself bit by a snake. Looks like this stuff is shorter over here. Looks like they even have a little trail going right through here. But anyway, yeah, here's a little trail out this way. It goes through here. Looks like we got multiple trails coming in here. That's very good for us as well. So let's see if we can just get ourselves out of here. Yeah, they got all kinds. Look at all this. Right through here, right through there. Alright, so I think this is the ticket, gonna be the ticket. I wonder, it might be good. Let me check the map really quick. This might not be bad at all if we were to come out over here and maybe get... Because what I sort of am thinking is if we can get up against one of these thick bushes, that I think in the shade may be better, but... Hold on, I'm gonna get my thoughts together and I'll come back. Alright, so I've walked over to here. This, I feel like, I was thinking here, but that looks like there's a trail running through here. I definitely don't want to set up on a trail where they're just going to run me over from behind, you know? Just come running in like the pigs do, and then boom, I'm behind them. That seems like a bad situation. But I was thinking, if we can get over here, see, this is back here. It looks like they even got some more. They're just playing around or whatever in here. Look at all this. This is all torn up. But that's just from running in. But that's probably like 30 yards. If that. That's probably about 30 yards exactly. So I was thinking, if we can come out from here, maybe here, one of these two, this or this, I think this one is going to be better for us right here. If we can get, and I'll probably build up a natural blind or something when it gets closer to time. If we can just chill, probably like in this, we can have a good shot at like 30 yards if they're rooting. But it's also if they're coming out and they're just running these edges here, you know. It's like that's going to be a ticket. Here might even be the best one, honestly, because then you can see them if they're in there. So I think here, trying to think, and if they're there, I think here's the best one for sure, because I don't want to be in view of them if they're over there. So I think here is probably the best spot we have for a setup, is right here. So then we're looking right there, right? And they're all rooting in there. I feel like they might be in there in the early morning, or they'll at least be somewhere around here in the early morning, where maybe if they get done coming here and then they're running back that way, we can get a shot. This just seems like a very good area. So especially if we're here, we got that good back cover. I'll probably make like some sort of a natural blind. And then if they're right in there, we can just pow. It's well within shotgun range with buckshot. Alright, so I think I'm going to mark this for sure. And I want to find, I'd like to find, that might do it, but I'm going to think about it for a second. I think I want to find a little bit more spots, or maybe some, well, I know they're probably getting water from right there, but, so this spot, I might want to find another spot, but we'll see. I said I'm not gonna go look for another spot today, and here's why. I'm gonna stay here because I'm gonna use hunt stand and trace my way out of here. But anyway, the reason I'm not going to is where I don't want to really be messing all around in here and trying to run up on stuff, because we're not very far away from the small game season. I guess opening day here at Watermelon, so I don't really want to be screwing with it too much. And number two, for the second scouting video, I said we're going to do 3. For the second scouting video, I'm going to go find another spot. That'll be that. And then at the spot I choose to go to, at the end of the second day, I'll choose a spot, and then the third day we'll set up like a natural ground blind sort of thing. But until then, I think, but yeah, so that's going to be the next one. I'll probably wait about another week to come back out here again, just because I don't need to be in here all the time, you know, for pigs. So yeah, that's sort of the deal. So I'll see you when we get back to the truck. All right. Well, I just got back on the trail. We're not very far away from our spot at all. That's a pretty dang good sign, I'd say. I mean, out of reference, I mean, yeah, that seems pretty good. Hell, because of that, we might even put it on the other side. Look at this! Are you kidding me? No, oh my god! Here, I'm gonna get in this real quick, so you can... Sorry if it's a little blurry, or lagging. Look at this. You see this? Like, that's a good, like 7, 8 inches deep. But are you serious? Like, that is insane. So that's very good, at least. So they're definitely in here. All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the truck, and yeah, that was a really successful trip for our first trip. Like I said, though, in all these, like literally every Florida wildlife management area there is, and every Florida wildlife management area there is, and probably literally all the southern part of the U.S., and all the way to like Arizona and California and New Mexico, Texas, all them. In Arizona, they're in the desert, they have javelinas, but there's pigs everywhere, you know. They're just sort of here now as part of the wildlife community, invasive or not. But anyway, like I said, it was very successful. Trip. There's stuff, we started seeing stuff everywhere. I really like that spot. that we found. Like, we're overlooking, I guess, like little, like the, almost looking like sort of like the low spot with all the stuff in it, all the torn up weeds. And the fact that that's not completely dirt, but there's sign there, sort of may even indicate that it's sort of, they just started going there, which would be really good. That spot at the end, though, with the 7-inch deep ruts in the ground was crazy. Though the problem with studying up there is, number one, really the only problem studying up there is that it's right on the road, you know? So you don't want to, and even though I wouldn't really do it because I think it's not a very smart idea, people are still maybe unaware or whatever the case is. This is still a really popular hiking / horseback riding place, and those roads that I'm talking about are the trails, like the official trails. So you don't really want to set up right on those, because then there's a decent chance, especially before it gets really, really cold, that the horseback riders will come through. The spot we have is a little bit off, and it's still really close to the road, but it's far enough away and behind those bushes, so I don't think it'll be an issue. But so yeah, so that's sort of the deal. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm excited to do all this hunting stuff for the hogs here as well, because I love the public land hunting, honestly. Like, it's my favorite, one of my favorite things. It is my favorite type of hunting over the private, because, you know, with the private, you just throw some corn on the ground, you know. It is what it is with a stand. Here, it's a lot more, like, engaging, and, like, it takes more effort. So, with that, though, I'm going to end off this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next edition of Griffin Outdoors. Sweet. Peace out.